excited about our parent seminar today. We've gotten a lot of feedback from parents being stressed and overwhelmed and kind of just needing any kind of feedback that they can rely on during this difficult time. So we're excited to be here. Christine Morris is the school psychologist, and she's they're down there in the bottom corner. I don't know how your guys' grid is set up. But my name's Trisha Haslam, and I am the school social work here at Hunter Elementary. My job is to go in and teach social emotional learning to your children and handle any crises that we run into with students and emotions, and maybe offer resources. So I do the Santa sacks in December and some school clothing and stuff like that. We also have our interpreter on the line, Gonzalo. Do you just want me to pause so that you could translate that, or was that too much information, Gonzalo, at once?
It was some tons of information, but in fact, la señora Chris es la trabajadora social que trabaja en el Hunter y está presentando a los que van a participar en este momento en esta conferencia de información con respecto a esta situación que nos atañe a todos. Presentó a la señora Christine, que es una psicóloga, y estamos todos preparados para poder ayudarle en lo que podamos.
So today we're specifically going to go over 4 handouts.
Entonces vamos a ver el folleto número 4, que lo vamos a saltar.
One-on-one time, keeping it positive.
El folleto número 1, que es tiempo 1 a 1, el tiempo que le damos 1 a 1 a cada uno de los hijos o de los miembros de la familia durante este tiempo de crisis.
Structure up and keeping calm and managing stress.
El tema es cómo manejar el estrés.
So I'm going to pass it over to Christine, and she's going to take it from here.
Y ahora Christine va a tomar el tiempo.
So I'm just going to go over a little bit of the logistics. So in the top part of your window, you will see on the right-hand side, there's a little thought bubble. So if you open that up, it's a chat. So if you have questions throughout as we're talking, or if you have concerns and comments, you can go ahead and enter them there. We'll also have some time at the end for question and answer. But as thoughts come up, if you have any ideas, feel free to just add to that chat right there, and we'll answer them as best as we can. And then I'm going to share my... Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Gonzalo. I'm probably going too much at once.
Bueno, la señora Cristina, la psicóloga, ha dicho que le interesa mucho tener una interacción con ustedes y hay un símbolo, un icono en el lado derecho superior que les permite chatear. Entonces, si tienen preguntas o tienen algún comentario respecto a lo que está exponiendo, siéntanse libres de expresarlo.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now so I can show you how to access the website for these resources.
Les voy a mostrar mi pantalla ahora para que sepan cómo accesar la información.
Okay.
And for the parent that it has called in, the website is covid19parenting.com.
Para los padres que están entrando ahora recién, hay una manera de poder comunicarse a través de un email que es parenting. Could you repeat me again? Parenting.
So here's the address right here. Can you guys see that? Is that big enough in the screen to see?
Yes.
Okay, so it's covid19parenting.com.
Okay.
So
COVID-19 parenting.com.
So if you scroll down, you will see that there are links in many different languages. I think there are 70 different languages.
Ustedes pueden escoger las diferentes lenguas en las que ustedes puedan dominar y entender mejor.
So you'll just go and you'll find your language. So, for example, here's English.
Por ejemplo, pueden
Down here we have Spanish.
Español.
Then just click on it, and it has the handouts listed right here.
Folletos en español respecto de cómo actuar en cada situación.
So you can click on whichever one you'd like.
Cliquear en cualquiera de esos folletos.
Okay, so we're going to go over the ones, like Trisha said, there are 4 that we have that we're going to go over. So I'll go ahead and share the first one, and Trisha is going to go over this.
El folleto que está ahí a la vista de ustedes ya viene en camino.
Okay.
Ahí está. Ahí está.
All right. So the first one is one-on-one time.
El primero, entonces, tiempo 1 a 1.
I bet all of you guys are thinking like, I've spent enough one-on-one time with my kid. I do not need any more time. I'm with them 24/7.
Ustedes estarán pensando, yo tengo bastante tiempo con los hijos, que además encima darle tiempo 1 a 1, bastante abrumador.
So this is a little different than just spending time with them and being around them and watching them interact with their sibling or watching TV.
Que a tenerlos a todos juntos y interactuar con todos al mismo tiempo, mirando televisión o teniendo una actividad conjunta.
What this is 20 minutes of undivided attention to your child. Why it's important?
Esto se refiere a darle un tiempo exclusivo individual a cada hijo por lo menos unos 20 minutos. ¿Por qué es importante esto?
It helps our child regulate their emotions. Not only do they feel the crisis going on, but they're struggling to regulate their emotions.
Es para poder tratar en forma individual cómo está su situación emocional, cómo la está afectando esta condición y poder entenderlo de forma individual.
When you take 20 minutes to be present with them and have like no interruptions where you're checking your phone.
Cuando ustedes tienen 20 minutos solamente exclusivamente para escuchar a su hijo sin la interrupción de un teléfono,
it helps reassure that everything's going to be okay and helps your attachment with your child.
Y eso es una cercanía con su hijo muy importante, significa que él es importante y que están dejando de tiempo para solamente escucharlo a él y atenderlo a él.
So maybe if any of you guys have noticed your kids being extra whiny or needy lately, a lot of that has to do with the situation around us.
Si usted ha observado que el niño a veces está reclamón, está quejándose, es por la situación que le rodea.
And so because they don't maybe understand everything that's going on, they need that 20 minutes to reassure them that everything is going to be okay.
Porque muchos de ellos no están entendiendo qué está pasando ahora, por los cambios que ustedes observan en la escuela, en la educación, en los negocios, en hacer las compras. Entonces necesitan 20 minutos para conversar con él y destresarlo un poco, relajarlo y comprender.
For example, my daughter has been very whiny and needy lately to where I want to like pull my hair out. I'm like, gosh, I don't think I'm raising a bratty kid, you know, but I'm questioning my parenting right now.
En mi propio caso, yo tengo una hija que también reclama por esta condición y se queja. Y de repente yo digo, caramba, ¿qué me pasó ahora que tengo que yo enfrentar esta situación?
I'm always cuddling her and talking with her. But yesterday, I specifically went outside and played in the grass with her for 20 minutes. And I saw a huge behavior change for her.
Ayer justamente estaba en eso y por darle 20 minutos a mi propia hija me di cuenta del cambio en su conducta y la forma en que ella comprende mejor esta situación y le ayuda a relajarse.
This is with all ages of kids. And I know it's going to be hard to believe, but even your 5th, 6th, and teenagers, they need this undivided attention and they need it one-on-one.
Esto no ocurre solamente con los niños, sino también afecta a los adolescentes. Entonces es importante darles una atención uno a uno.
So if you want to scroll down, Christine, you can kind of look at different ideas. Baby and toddlers need this, and that can be, you could stack cups or blocks with them, singing songs, copying their facial expressions and sounds. is the best thing that you can do for toddlers and babies. Teenagers are going to try to play it cool and act like they don't want to spend time with you, but they do, and they need it. And so sometimes you have to give them a little push.
A veces, bueno, Christine va a hablar un poquito más sobre su punto de vista, pero es diferente el tratamiento de estos 20 minutos con un niño, con un bebé, con un infante, que con un adolescente. O sea, el adolescente requiere estar mucho tiempo con nosotros.
And then there's also the list down below, which is ideas for your young children, which is read a book or look at pictures, go for a walk, dance to music, do a chore together, make it something fun, or helping them with schoolwork. But we need to make sure we like switch off the TV and phone so that we're not tempted to take our attention away from our child, and so they feel important.
Y es muy importante que ellos se sientan importantes atendiéndolos individualmente, y por eso es que hay algunas ideas que ustedes pueden ver al frente para el bebé, por ejemplo, copiar expresiones faciales, sonidos, cantar canciones, hacer música con ellos, con las ollas, con las cucharas, jugar con tazas, contarle una historia, que lean un libro o que miren fotos. En cambio, con el adolescente es muy diferente. Pueden ser cosas que les gustan a ellos, la música, la televisión, los deportes, las celebridades, los amigos. Pueden cocinar con ellos juntos, incluso hacer ejercicio o escuchar música.
Christine, do you want to go to the next one?
Sure.
Ir al próximo folleto, que es el número 2.
So the second handout that we're talking about is keeping it positive. So especially in this time where we're in close quarters and we're under a lot of stress, just as a world, right? We're all under a lot of stress. So it can be really tricky it can be really tempting to be negative, but part of helping our children feel secure and part of our mental health is keeping it positive.
Es muy importante en esta situación de estrés que nos rodea, por este cambio grande que estamos experimentando, tener una actitud mental positiva. Entonces ello va a ayudar mucho a bajar los niveles de estrés en un momento en que los jóvenes o los hijos no saben cómo enfrentarlo.
And it's human instinct to when we see something wrong or something that we want to that we don't want to happen, we want to correct it. And so it's easier for us to catch people doing things wrong, but it's harder to notice things that are going right, because when things are going right, they're going smoothly, we don't see that need for correction. But research has shown that it's really important to give that positive when we're seeing things that are going right with our kids.
Y es muy importante mantener esta actitud frente a las situaciones de comportamiento, para que no se trate simplemente de castigar, se trata de poder comprender, y la forma en que lo digas hace la diferencia, la forma en que le plantees la situación, si algo no está funcionando en la familia, hace la gran diferencia. La actitud positiva es crucial.
So the first point right here says, say the behavior you want to see. And so it's easy to say, like, don't throw your clothes on the floor, don't throw your shoes on the floor, but instead we want to phrase it in a more positive way. So we want to tell them what it is that we want to see. So their example right there, instead of saying, don't make a mess, say, please put your clothes away. So being specific and being positive, phrasing that in what we want them to do instead of what we don't want them to do.
Por ejemplo, un botón está planteando el ejemplo de que la forma de decirlo hace la diferencia. No es lo mismo decir a un niño o un adolescente que tiene el dormitorio desordenado, gritarle o decirle en forma reiterativa que está dejando un desorden. Esto es un desastre, por ejemplo. Muy diferente a decirlo, por favor, como dice, ¿podrías por favor guardar tu ropa y ordenarla? Es una sensación de una actitud de respeto y de positivismo.
Okay, and the second point says it's all in the delivery. So it's how we say it. And it's so tempting and it's so easy to get upset, to get angry, to shout, especially, like I said, when we're in close quarters, when there's a lot of stressful things going on. But it ends up just making us more stressed. When we get angry and when we shout, our emotions build, the child gets upset, or the spouse or whoever we're talking to, they get upset. And it just makes things bigger and bigger. So it's important to stay calm, to try to keep emotion out as much as possible, and to get the child's attention by using their name first. So you say, Sarah, I would like you to pick up your clothes, for example, like that. Use their name and try to stay as calm as possible instead of escalating and just making it bigger and bigger and you more stressed.
No, very wise. Está explicando la señora Cristina de que es muy importante que la blanda respuesta siempre aplaca la ira. Hablar con calma, llamar por su nombre. Sara, por favor, ¿podrías arreglar tu ropa? Es decir que, mira lo que estás haciendo, Sara, es todo un desorden. Hace una diferencia y eso baja los niveles de estrés.
And just think about whether it's at work or at home, if someone, how they speak with you, how they deliver their message to you. When someone's yelling at you and angry at you, you automatically get defensive, and you get upset. And it's the same with our kids, that when someone's angry, they just automatically are going to feel defensive and get flustered and get upset. So it's really important to stay calm and to stay positive, even when it's really difficult sometimes.
A veces es muy difícil ser positivo, sin embargo, es una escalada de violencia cuando se da una respuesta muy brutal, muy dura, y se produce una respuesta más dura. Lo importante es tener la calma, hablar con respeto y dando seguridad. Entonces el hijo capta esto como un ambiente positivo, de calma, y no entra en la escalada de violencia de gritarse mutuamente.
And people respond well when you praise someone, when you give them a compliment, when you tell them something they did well. They notice that, and it builds the relationship, and they're more likely to do what you want in the future. Just praise builds on praise, positivity builds on positivity.
Es muy importante reconocer y elogiar la buena conducta. Entonces es muy importante tener una actitud de respeto hacia el hijo, hacia el pequeño, reconociendo lo que hacen, aplaudiendo o elogiando lo bueno que hacen para bajar los niveles de estrés.
Okay. And one thing that's this part where it says get real right here, it's really important to remember that you want to ask your kids to do things that are manageable. So we're kind of in a weird position now where we're inside or we're at home for good, for all the time, good length of time. And so asking them to stay quiet the whole day, it's just not going to happen, right? For most kids, they need to make noise, they need to move around. And so having realistic expectations of, okay, well, I'm on a work call right now, can you please be quiet for those 15 minutes while I'm on the call, is much more manageable, much more reasonable than asking them to stay quiet for the whole day.
Sí, menciona la señora Cristina que es irreal, es afuera del razonamiento esperar que un niño, que un adolescente esté en silencio calmado todo el día, porque por su naturaleza gritan, corren, tienen lleno de energía. Entonces, sin embargo, hay que ser realista y decir, si está 15 minutos en silencio, por decirle que tengo una llamada telefónica, va a ser más realístico y el niño lo va a comprender y lo va a manejar mejor.
And then this last point here, and this is important with teens and with older kids especially, but it's really important right now to stay connected, right? One thing that a lot of us are missing is that connection that we have with our friends, with our family. And so it's really important to help your child still stay connected to their friends. So that could be through even class chats, the Zoom chats that students are doing, through safe social media practices, what you're comfortable with, but helping them to find ways to connect with their friends. That's going to help them to stay more positive as well.
Los niños, especialmente los adolescentes, son muy sensibles al contacto y a la comunicación con sus amigos. Entonces es bueno mantenerlos conectados, ya sea con sus amigos, ya sea con sus familiares, usando chat, usando las redes sociales, en lo cual pueden compartir con él también ese esfuerzo para que ellos puedan tener también una vida social como ellos les gustaría tener, pero bajo la supervisión.
Okay, and Trisha, do you want to take the third handout now?
Yeah, just something Kim added, which is really important, is getting down on the child's level and make eye contact instead of turning your back on someone. So depending on the age of your child, if you are a lot taller than them, just getting down on their level will also help them feel less likely to engage in a power struggle when requesting something from them.
Great. I think that's really important to point out. Thanks, Kim.
All right. So the next one is, I think, the one that's going to save your life the most in all things, and that's structure up. The reason for structure is not just for like to be productive, but I don't know about you, but I have felt like a little bit of out of control because this is like unknown territory. We've never been in this situation.
Nos gustaría siempre construir una base segura sobre la cual operar. Entonces es muy importante estructurarse o planear las actividades, la rutina diaria, a fin de que haya un sistema de orden, un entendimiento de que hay un orden en la gestión familiar.
So a lot of times we'll see kids act out because they're trying to gain control of their environment. And a way to give kids control in a positive way is by giving them structure and predictability in their environment.
Es muy importante que ellos sepan, tengan una rutina para que puedan ellos tener un sentido de control del manejo de lo que está pasando, si hay un planeamiento, un ordenamiento a nivel de la familia.
So structure is really good to help us be productive, but it's more about giving our kids control and predictability.
Entonces la estructura es no solamente para ordenar la clase, sino para saber cuál es la predicción, lo que espera que actúe el niño cuando está bajo un sistema más ordenado.
So this first part is create a flexible but consistent daily routine. Make a schedule for you and your children that has time for structured activities as well as free time. This can help children feel more secure and better behaved.
En otras palabras, lo que está diciendo que es tener una rutina para que ellos tengan espacio para poder desarrollar algunas actividades que estén planeadas y también el tiempo libre. Esto les puede ayudar a ellos a sentirse seguros y mejorar
So this means like making a school timetable. They'll be able to help and follow it. I would not try to do like a 9 to 4 like traditional school. Maybe like a 2-hour portion of the day where they can work on schoolwork.
Oh, thank you. Because my daughter thinks different. 6 hours teaching. Oh, está diciendo la señora Chicha de que no pretendan tener una escuela de 4 o 6 horas, ¿no? O de 9 a 4 de la tarde. Así que un par de horas de estudio es suficiente, pero que marquen un horario en que el niño sepa cuándo hay estudio, cuándo hay tiempo libre, cuándo puede divertirse, etc.
And depending on your child's workload, it might be like 2 hours of school time, and then you give them recess or lunch, or maybe hour increments depending on your child's needs. It's a little difficult to tell you an exact time frame, but you want to be realistic. A kid's not going to sit still for 2 hours straight. So maybe an hour here, an hour there, and then depending on their workload, then you put another hour depending on the breaks that you want to put in place.
Es importante que se pongan de acuerdo para establecer una rutina que signifique estudios por 2 horas, por ejemplo, y luego haya un receso o haya un recreo para que se libere un poco de su tensión de estar estudiando concentrado y luego tomen otro tiempo donde ustedes pueden resolver, pero establecer una estructura, un orden del desarrollo de la vida de estudiante y de hijo y de familia.
Just like recess at school, your kids need to get out and exercise. So make sure whatever your schedule looks like, you include some kind of exercise.
Es muy importante incluir en todo este proceso dentro del horario, schedule, tiempo para hacer ejercicios. Eso es muy saludable y donde sea permitido, si en algún país no se permite, hay que respetar la ley, pero donde sea permitido deben salir y hacer ejercicio guardando las distancias sociales.
Down in the bottom corner, it talks about each day, take a minute to say something positive. One suggestion I have is you can do a high and low of the day. And this could also be part of your one-on-one time. So you're building your one-on-one time into your daily structure, but you just tell your child like the high of your day and the low of your day, and then you let them share their high and low of the day.
Entonces es importante tomar un día para reflexionar y hacer un resumen de qué fue lo bajo del día y lo fue lo alto del día, cuál fue el pico y todo, y tener un tiempo para elogiarlo por hacerlo sentir bien por lo bueno que hizo.
On this handout, it also talks about modeling healthy choices for your children. So making sure you're maintaining a healthy distance from people, washing your hands. Right now, we need to just reassure your child by talking about how you're keeping safe. And it helps them feel like they have control and that they can keep themselves safe and they're not going to get the COVID by walking outside. A lot of kids are really scared just to go outside.
Sí, es bueno enviar en forma realística cuáles son las reglas de higiene que debe mantener sin asustarlo. Ellos piensan a lo mejor que si salen de la puerta hacia afuera, el COVID los va a agarrar y se van a morir. No, no es así. Pero hay un tiempo para que él tenga un poquito de la importancia de guardar la distancia, el lavado de manos, lo que va a llegar a la casa, etcétera. Pero que tenga una idea clara y tranquila de lo que está sucediendo, manteniendo las reglas de higiene.
You could also write letters and draw pictures to share with people and put it outside of your house so kids can see that we can maintain a positive attitude and make the best of a difficult situation.
Si ustedes salen afuera a dejar el correo o están cerca de la casa en lugares abiertos con ellos van a dar cuenta que ustedes tienen una actitud positiva frente a esta situación que nos rodea, que no es tan dramática, pero que hay que cuidarse porque realmente el tema es serio.
Making safe be fun. So when we wash our hands, I don't know about you, but I notice how short of a time frame I'm washing my hands and I'm really not getting my hands clean. So my mom's like, sing happy birthday. So I'm like, oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And surprisingly, that song is a perfect amount of time of where you know your child's getting their hands clean and also reasonable time frame.
I think there is an open microphone. Es importante que los hijos hagan simpático esta regla de higiene de lavarse las manos. Por ejemplo, decía la señora Tricia que puede cantar el cumpleaños feliz mientras se lava las manos, esa canción del cumpleaños feliz, y que le va a tomar 20 segundos justo. Entonces están lavándose la mano y están cantando Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to you. Es más fun, es muy divertido y también cumple con esta regla de higiene.
Another thing to point out is, and I've learned, I touch my face all the time and I can't stop touching it. And then my face itches. So then I touch it even more. But just being mindful of how much you touch your face. And you could do a squirt gun game where you guys all have little dollar squirt guns. And every time someone touches their face, you could squirt them. Or counting, giving a kid a reward for touching their face the least amount out of the family.
El tocarse la cara también es un riesgo porque el virus se contamina por las vías aéreas, ¿no? Nariz, en fin. Entonces decía que además de los 20 segundos para lavarse las manos, sería bueno enseñarles a ellos de que no se toquen la cara y hacer algunos concursos, como por ejemplo dar un premio al que se toca menos la cara, por ejemplo, ¿no? O hacer algo divertido con respecto a tocarse la cara. ¿Cuántas veces nos tocamos la cara al día? Es decir, una competencia al que se toque menos se gana $1, por ejemplo, de ese tipo.
And the biggest thing I just want to wrap up on specific structure, just be realistic. So, and be kind to yourself. It doesn't have to be this like 9 to 10, we do this, 10 to 11, we do this. And then when they don't follow through, you get frustrated.
En la estructura, en el planeamiento de la actividad diaria, es importante ser ordenado, pero no a un nivel tan estricto, decir de 8 a 9 solamente desayuno, 9 a 10 clases, 10 a 11 receso. Si no lo cumplen, pueden sentirse frustrados. Debe haber flexibilidad en esto y muy buena onda, una onda positiva.
So maybe wake up, breakfast, schoolwork, take a break, eat lunch. You know, don't make it too constricted where you're feeling like you're always fighting your kids to keep the structure, but just have a fluid structure where they know what to expect and it doesn't have to be this power struggle throughout the whole day.
Lo importante es establecer un orden sin que esto signifique un problema de violencia o de enojo, de mala onda, ¿no? Es importante que haya en la mañana un orden básico, pero flexible de a esta hora nos levantamos, luego hay que hacerse el aseo personal, tomar un desayuno, estudiar, luego tenemos un break, luego tenemos estudio nuevamente, pero si las horas no se pasan, no son tan rígidas, no poner ningún problema. Lo importante es tener una estructura que sea flexible.
Christine, do you want to go transition into keeping calm?
Yeah, absolutely. And are you still able to see this okay? It's still visible, the handout?
For me, it's really small, but I think I might have done something.
Okay. Okay, I just wasn't sure. So the last piece that we want to talk about is keeping calm and managing stress. And our main goal with having this parent seminar was to give skills and resources and ideas to help life be easier. Our goal hasn't been to make you feel more overwhelmed. And sometimes we have a tendency to feel like, oh, I need to add that to my list. I need to be doing better. I need to be doing better. But it's important to figure out how to manage our own stress and to stay calm. It's really hard to pour from an empty cup. So if we aren't taking care of ourselves, it's hard for us to help our children and those around us.
Es muy importante en este momento de estrés, producto de esta situación que vivimos, mantener la calma y manejar este estrés, sabiendo que nunca estás solo, sabiendo que puedes tomar un descanso, sabiendo que es una situación que está resolviéndose, pero sabiéndose que si nos tenemos bajo un sistema de estrés va a ser mucho peor el resultado que si mantenemos la calma. Entonces, es importante guardar la calma y manejar las fuentes de estrés que puedan llegarnos.
So the first point we wanted to make is that you are not alone. This is normal. Everyone is feeling some level of stress and feeling overwhelmed at this time. And so it's important to recognize this is not just you. You're not alone. There's lots of people out there that you can talk with, that you can share experiences with. So I would encourage you to find someone who you can talk to about your feelings. Maybe that's a friend. Maybe that's a family member. In some cases, maybe that's a mental health professional. But someone that you feel comfortable sharing about how you're feeling. As soon as we can label an emotion and talk about it, we can cope with it better.
I was going today, huh? Les recomiendo a la psicóloga que siga a alguien que le dé calma, sea profesional. Ideal sería que
These aren't real ones. These are the toys.
Finalmente
This is like the one from.
No solo, porque hay muchos que estamos en la misma situación.
Yeah, this is
El miedo lo tenemos todos en diferente grado, no estamos solos y es importante hablar con alguien para sentirse seguro. Escuchar a las personas es importante por lo mismo. Y alejarse de las redes sociales o las películas que lo único que hacen, que algunas de ellas se dicen en causar pánico. Dejar eso de lado para mantener la calma.
And an important thing to notice is, or to point out, is that social media and or paying attention to media in general can help, not help, but that increases our stress a lot of times. There's so many different stories out there. And I know that I've allotted myself a certain time of the day. I can check social media this part of the day, and then that's it. Then I'm off. Because I know for me, watching all those news stories or hearing people talk about it, that can increase my panic. So be aware of that, be conscious of that, and see how you react to different posts on Facebook or Instagram or on the news. And if that's becoming, if that's causing more stress for you, maybe set a certain time or just turn it off.
Una confirmación de lo que estábamos hablando. Es importante que saber cuáles son las fuentes que nos producen estrés, cuáles son las causas, las relaciones, las conversaciones, lo que vemos que nos causa un estrés mayor. Entonces no podemos coger películas que nos causen estrés. Si es necesario terminar con algún tipo de noticia que nos llegan que nos causa más estrés, más preocupación, debemos dejarla de lado. Debemos crear un ambiente de tranquilidad para tener un muy bajo nivel de estrés.
Okay. And the second point was the importance of taking breaks. So it's important to realize, so you are with your kids 24/7 sometimes, right? You're with them all day. all the time, and everybody needs a break. Everybody needs a break. And part of that could be when your kids are asleep, what are you doing? What's something fun or relaxing you can do for yourself? Or maybe during the day, if there's a time where they're working on their schoolwork in a time that they don't need you, or if they're doing electronic time or whatever, if there's a time that you can take a break and do something that's fun for you, whether that is reading a book or eating a favorite food or going on a hike, going on a walk, whatever it is that is helpful for you, that's important to incorporate in your life, right? Because again, it's hard if you're not taking care of yourself, it's hard for you to take care of others. So recognize that it doesn't make you a bad parent. It doesn't make you a bad person or a bad employee if you're working. If you need to take a break just to relax and to breathe a little bit.
El descanso es algo esencial, no es una opción, es necesario y es importante tener este descanso, este break, que llamamos también un descanso, un stop, un detenerse en toda la rutina que llevamos a cabo. Fabríquese, usted tiene derecho a su descanso, hágase un descanso en el momento que los niños estén a lo mejor viendo una película, o si tiene que tomarse un nap o una pequeña siesta, aproveche ese momento. Si tiene que para leer un libro, para comer una comida rica, para darse un gustito, usted tiene derecho a eso, y no olvide de tomarse un descanso en medio de toda esta rutina.
Okay, so and part of this is listening to your kids. They're looking to you for how to model for how they should act during this time, right? It's a high stress time for everyone. And so they're looking to see how you're reacting and how you're handling it, which I hope doesn't cause more pressure on you, right? But it's important that you listen to their concerns and that you share real facts with them and accept that they're feeling sad or mad, and that's okay. And model, maybe tell them some things. I'm feeling really sad right now, or I'm feeling really nervous. And here's what I'm doing to kind of help with that. So when I feel nervous, I take some deep breaths, or when I'm feeling my anger build, then I go for a little walk, things like that. So model for them and listen to what they're saying, listen to how they're feeling, and help them feel supported in that.
Escuchar a los hijos es algo muy importante. Ellos quieren compartir y quieren recibir ayuda, apoyo, seguridad. Entonces, toma un tiempo para escucharlos a ellos, para lo que tengan que ellos decir, los sentimientos que tienen, las emociones que tienen, los miedos, las satisfacciones. Es muy importante escuchar. Yo creo que por eso hay 2 orejas y solamente una boca.
Okay, so now we're gonna do a short little exercise, a short 1 minute relaxation activity that you can build into your daily routine or use when you're feeling stressed or worried.
Hacer una pausa es muy importante. Y hay 1 minuto de relajo, una actividad de relajamiento que podrían practicar con sus hijos también.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna guide you through it. It might feel a little bit different if you're not used to doing relaxing or mindfulness. I'm asking you to kind of buy in and try it and see. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is just find a comfortable sitting position. So your feet flat on the floor, hands are in your lap, and if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes.
Oh, thank you. I want to practice immediately. Lo que está diciendo ella que tomen una pausa y una posición de descanso. Y esto significa sentarse derechamente y poner las manos sobre el lado, ¿no? Haciéndola descansarla sobre un sitio, en una silla que tiene la posibilidad de descansar, que todo se relaje. Esa es una pausa que le va a producir un relajamiento.
And as you're hearing your eyes closed, if you feel comfortable, ask yourself, what am I thinking about right now? Notice your thoughts and notice if they tend to be more negative or positive thoughts.
Y en esta pausa, relájese, ponga un solo regazo, pregúntese a sí mismo, ¿qué estoy pensando ahora? Y también observe sus pensamientos. ¿Son pensamientos negativos positivos, búsquese descanso.
Notice how you feel emotionally and notice if your feelings are happy or sad or anxious.
Piense y piense a sí mismo, ¿cómo me estoy sintiendo ahora? ¿Feliz? ¿Relajada? ¿Estoy enojada? ¿Estoy miedo? Piense en todo eso.
Notice how your body feels. Notice anything that hurts or is tense.
Note ahora cómo su cuerpo se siente. Se siente relajado. Cierre los ojos si es necesario. Respire profundo y pregúntese cómo está.
Now focus on your breath. Listen to your breath as it goes in and out. You can put your hand on your stomach and feel it rise and fall if you would like.
Ahora ponga su mente en su respiración. Respire profundo y sienta cómo el estómago se infla y luego suelte el aire lentamente. Relájese.
You may want to say to yourself, it's okay. Whatever it is, I am okay. Then just listen to your breath for a while.
Cuando esté respirando profundamente, llene sus pulmones, infle su estómago y deje salir el aire suavemente. Y dígase, yo estoy bien. Yo estoy bien. Eso le hace sentir bien.
Notice how your whole body feels. Listen to the sounds in the room.
Note cómo su cuerpo se siente mejor, cómo se siente más relajada.
Think, do I feel different at all? And when you're ready, open your eyes.
Y ahora siéntase que está con una sensación de bienestar. Cuando termine eso, abre sus ojos.
Okay, so that was just a short activity. Can be done in just a minute or two, but it's a good way to just kind of stop and breathe and relax a bit.
Bueno, esta fue una actividad que tomó 1 o 2 minutos, que le permite renovarse, es decir, detenerse, relajarse y agarrar fuerza nuevamente.
And the thing about relaxation strategies like this is they're better when we practice them more. So the more we practice relaxation and mindfulness strategies, the more used to it our bodies are, and the more able to bring on those skills when we need them, and the more it creates a positive effect in us.
Lo más frecuente que realice esta actividad lo mejor que se va a sentir, la mejor manera de ganar el relajamiento y poder combatir el estrés y tener una buena actitud.
Anything you wanted to add, Tricia?
No, just like it's like the gym, you know, if you go to the gym once a month, you're not going to be in good shape. And that's how our body and our mind work when it comes to stress response. Like Christine said, if you want this to really work for you and help you in this difficult time, you have to do it 1 to 2 times a week for you to really feel the effects of it long term.
Bueno, estaba haciendo un resumen de lo que dijo la señora Cristina. Lo importante es practicar, poner en práctica toda esta situación con herramientas que le van a ayudar a desarrollarse y relajarse en este momento de estrés.
Are there any questions that any parents have of maybe specific situations that we could respond to for you guys?
Ahora hay preguntas. Este es el momento para la pregunta. Tienen cualquier consulta, pueden usar el chat que está allí arriba a la derecha y pueden hacer la pregunta o los comentarios que deseen.
If you do have any questions or concerns that you don't maybe feel comfortable sharing right now, you're more than welcome to reach out to me or to Trisha through email or through our phone numbers. Those are on the flyer. And we can help you as needed. So if you're not comfortable now, you can reach out to us at a later time.
Oh, Christian, there is a text. Are you reading the message? Can I add something? Get down on the child's level and make eye contact instead of turning a back on someone.
Yeah, so Kim's message from before. So yes, when we're being positive, just make sure that we're on the child's level, making eye contact so that they're connecting more with us.
Muy bien.
Thanks for pointing that out.
And I just want to remind you guys are doing a great job. Keep showing up every day for your kids. You guys are in a difficult situation, and I just am so grateful to be a part of your guys' community. And I want you to remind yourself how well you're doing for your kids.
Oh, lo están haciendo muy bien y estamos muy contentos de ver que están trabajando con esta tarea. Ojalá esperamos que ustedes sigan adelante y disfruten de este momento en medio de toda esta desafiante situación que estamos viviendo.
I agree. I mean, everybody has been thrust into kind of these roles that they weren't expecting, you know, and now you're expected to help them with school and with regular things you've already been helping them with. So you guys are doing amazing. We have a wonderful community, lots of really great parents and family members that are really helping the kids more than you might think you are some days.
Ustedes están haciendo muy bien, es una linda comunidad, así que les felicitamos por ello. Siguen adelante, sigan con estas recomendaciones, que disfruten de este momento.
All right. I think we're ready to end. Are we good, guys? Any last questions? Are we good to go?
¿Hay más preguntas? La última, ya estamos despidiéndonos. ¿Algo más?
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Bueno,
Yes, thanks for coming and joining us today.
Gracias por venir y disfrutar de esta presentación.
Bye. Thank you.
Hasta luego.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Digo.